Overwatch 2 is the most disappointing game of the year. First things first, the servers fucking blow. I get it, they've been DDoS attacked, they're overwhelmed. Sure, whatever, but you basically sit in a queue for maybe 6 hours to find one match, which is mind-boggling to me. I put it to the test, by the way. I left my house for like 30 to 45 minutes, went down to the gas station, went to my local supermarket, and still somehow was still in a queue. I then put it further into the test and watched the entire Batman movie and still sat in a queue. I don't understand how bad the servers could possibly be. It makes no sense. Like, you didn't have any sort of stress testing, any prep at all that any of this could happen. I mean, I guess the DDoS attacks are something entirely different. I know that's hard to predict, but like, you would think you'd have some sort of cybersecurity at all in terms of this, because you're one of the biggest games coming out this year. Also, I truly don't understand Overwatch 2. I don't understand why it exists. It's not a terrible game, but that's because it's the same fucking game as the last one. Why did you make a 2? I don't know if that's like a known thing at this point, but it just seems unnecessary. Gameplay-wise, great game. I've never had a problem with Overwatch. The last time I played Overwatch was probably like 2-3 years ago, and that's about it. But, which is probably like the rest of the world that probably just gave up on Overwatch, because realistically, there's not a ton there for people like me who want tons of content poured in their face and things to do all the time. I'm not like one of those people that grinds the crap out of guns in Call of Duty, but for the most part, there's really not much here. I mean, Overwatch has just a bunch of heroes, and you can grind for skins and camos and all this other crap that goes with it. If that's what interests you, fine. I'll probably still play the game, but it never made sense to me. I mean, all they basically did was maybe graphical upgrade it. That's kind of nice, and maybe did some, like, different kind of things with the animations, and that's apparently it from what I gather. They didn't really do much else, but you shut down Overwatch 1 in order to make this fucking pile of garbage that was so unnecessary. Why did you do that? The thing that I guess it blows my mind, for some god knows what reason, they shut down Overwatch 1 before they launched Overwatch 2. You'd think you'd want some overlap, so you don't overwhelm your servers with players who played Overwatch 1 and want to play Overwatch 2, which is an unnecessary thing to have, and that it doesn't make sense. You fucked yourselves. You literally fucked yourselves into a corner. And I mean that in all kindness. Like, you are a AAA company. It's a good game. It is a good game if you enjoy hero shooters and whatever other crap that's in this game. If you enjoy those kind of games, it's a good game. I truly believe at its core it is a good game. There's some hero balancing that still needs to exist, but that is going to come with a game like this. It's just, there's never going to be correct balancing with heroes. It's just never going to happen. You know what I mean? But with this, it's the most unnecessary game. The biggest fuck you with Overwatch 2, you want to know what it is? It's the fact that they hate poor people. And I mean this in the sense of, if you don't have like a Verizon, an AT&T, or any of that, if you have a prepaid phone, Activision Blizzard basically gave you, that person, 2 middle fingers and said, fuck you, you can't play the game. At least at this moment in time, they may change this. But if you don't have a phone number connected to your Battle.net account, like something along the lines of Verizon, AT&T, whatever, you cannot play this game. Which blows my fucking mind. You alienated a bunch of players. And then players who probably hear this, you know why they're doing that? It's to sell your data. Games like this is the future. They are selling your data. That's all it is. They're trying to keep your data and sell it off and all this other crap. That is the way of the future. And we see it with Facebook. You see it with Twitter. You see it with every product that you consume, that they just want your data. And they want to sell it off and do all this stuff. Which, God knows why, but you alienate more people than you think to do stuff like this. It boggles my mind that you do this. And it's, again, in the most unnecessary game possible. People who want to disagree with me saying, well, it needed to happen. No, it didn't. At least add more maps. At least do something different. Like, all they did was just add a couple skins for each character that were for the new setting that it's currently in. I haven't played a new map at all. There are new heroes. There's like 3 or 4 new heroes, and that's it. There's no new maps. I played these maps before. Now, granted, the gameplay you're watching isn't good, so someone's going to just scream out skill issue. But again, It's not bad. I'm not good at Overwatch. I know I'm not good at Overwatch. That's not the complaint. The complaint isn't the gameplay. I mean, I know that there are going to be balance issues. I mentioned that. It's just the way it works. I'm not complaining about the gameplay mechanics. I'm complaining that it's the most unnecessary game to come out. Just continue to upload or update Overwatch 1. That's all you had to do. Update Overwatch 1. I don't know why was it necessary to make an Overwatch 2? Probably because you wanted to have that kind of extra backing to it and make everyone care. And I also saw something on the PlayStation Store, and it freaked me out at first because I thought it was a free-to-play game, which it is. It is a free-to-play game, so if you want to play it, again, I am knocking a free-to-play game. It's not the end of the world. It's a fucking free-to-play game. Simple as that. That's all it is. It's a free-to-play game, so I understand a lot of the complaints I have are attacking a free-to-play game. But it is the most unnecessary free-to-play game on the market. At all. Like, it... And they have they introduced the Battle Pass, which is fine. It's not terrible. It exists. It's there for you. I don't know. I've seen some people talk about loot boxes, but I don't seem to find them. Yes, there's more heroes and champions, whatever you want to call them. They exist in the game. There is some sort of content here, but again, it's in the most unnecessary game. The servers fucking suck. I don't understand it, how they continue after 2 or 3 days. You'd think you'd figure it out. Most of my time I'm spending in queues trying to play the goddamn game. And that blows my mind that it's somehow, some way, on a AAA developer, they continue to not plan ahead and think of these things when you are launching one of the probably bigger games of the year. People care about Overwatch to certain degrees. You're marketing a brand new game, so people are assuming they're going to get a brand new game. But all it is it's literally a copy and paste. You took Overwatch 1 and slapped a 2 on it. That's all you did. There's nothing different other than maybe you added a battle pass. I didn't play Overwatch 1 for about 2 or 3 years, so I don't know what the differences were between those two games at the very end and now, but it literally looks like it's the same game. And they maybe added a battle pass too if they didn't already have it. So here's my score for Overwatch 2 or 1 or whatever you want to call this. It's a good game. At its core fundamentals, it is a very good game that I think is just struggling because the developers decided to slap a 2 on something that is so unnecessary. It's the most unnecessary game on the market, regardless of it being a free-to-play game. Yes, it's free-to-play. Yes, if you can't afford a game right now, if you can't afford a Call of Duty, or you're into Valorant, or all these other games that aren't on PC or on a PS4, Xbox, whatever, this is a good game for you. But it is the most unnecessary game out there for you to play at all. Do not waste your time. Do not waste your money. If you enjoyed Overwatch, you'll love Overwatch. That is my recommendation. If you enjoy it that way, fine. If you're looking at just titles, find other titles. That's until they work out the server issues. I don't understand how they have these many server issues. I get they're being DDoSed. That is fine. I get it. I truly do. But at the end of the day, at some point, how did you not prep for this? How did you not think about any of this to come into play on one of your biggest titles? It fucking blows my mind. That is my rant for Overwatch 2. I have to rant about it because it is infuriating that these developers just get away with this over and over and over again. Again, it's a free-to-play game. I get it. We didn't pay $70 for this. But in some aspect, you are paying money because you paid money for Overwatch 1. And this is the outcome of what you get. It just, like, I don't get it. And at some point, they're just going to shove micro DLC down your throat. Probably. I don't know. I don't remember fully how Overwatch 1 went, but I feel like that's going to be the outcome of this. So, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. What do you think of Overwatch 1? Have you been able to play it? Have you not been able to play it? Let me know in the comments. I truly want to know what you think of your experience. My score for this right now is 5 out of 10. 5.1 out of 10. Let's go a 5.1 out of 10. It is just infuriating to play. So, let me know what you think in the comments. Again, sorry for the rant and the bad gameplay, but yeah, that's it. That's Overwatch 2. Thanks. Well,